Hi, I'm Jesse Alexander and welcome to The Great War, the YouTube history channel that covers World War I in its entirety 100 years later, all the way from 1914 to 1923. Now you might be asking yourself, wait a minute, didn't the First World War end in 1918? Well, yes. In the classic view, the war came to an end with the signing of the armistice in November 1918. But wars rarely end cleanly, and this war was no exception. Now, how to think about periodization in history is not set in stone, and recently historians have emphasized the continuity between the pre- and post-armistice parts of the war. Though the great powers had stopped fighting each other, the violence in Europe and the Middle East did not come to an end. In the three defeated empires, national and social revolutions, as well as border wars between the new nations, tore societies apart. In Russia, revolution turned to civil war, and the fear of Bolshevism spread across the globe. Now, though these new wars and revolutions were often different from each other and were spread out across a vast area, in many ways they were connected and represented a continuation of the previous 4 years of fighting. In 1918, Czechoslovak President Thomas Masaryk called Europe a laboratory built over the great graveyard of the World War. Soldiers in the conflict zones often still wore the same uniforms and used the same weapons and tactics as they had the 4 years before. Even Western countries like Great Britain, France, Italy, and the US, which had demobilized most of their armies in Western Europe, still had troops fighting in Russia and the Middle East and in their colonial empires. So, subscribe to our channel to follow the progress of the war in real time all the way until 1923 and get a modern understanding of this fascinating period in history.